1, 2, okay. Going for a green A10 because it's different. So here we are on the A10. No idea what I'm doing. Now, why have I clicked into my own stream and I got a pre-roll advert? Pre-roll advert should be turned off. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 3-minute ad break now to be back in 3 minutes while I get set up anyway. I'll turn off the pre-rolls for everyone. Except if you're over on YouTube. Right. Now, I did go through the training material earlier. But now I don't remember where to even start. Let's try and bumble our way through this. There's the battery. So battery on. Inverter on. Those generators on. Oxygen is on. Now the APU power. It's that one. There's another test button over here somewhere, but I can't remember where it is. Okay, so let's see, the APU is on 100%, so that can now go on. Now, there was switches. Don't think it was those ones. There's the... Oh, okay, they're all on. External tanks, I don't have any. Where was the... They all needed to go on. Switches to get the power to the screens. Those two. Oh, of course, you need to actually turn on the screens. Maybe. Maybe they won't come on until the engines are on. Okay, don't know. Right, while we're messing with that, I don't even know what weapons I'm going to take. Let's take one of the predefined ones. GPU. So let's see. Air to air, that. Have we got the better pod? I don't know what that one is. Laser rockets. Maverick. JDAM. Let's do. Ooh, okay. Centerline or these two. Okay. So when they're the wind corrected. Take a wind corrected. Then oh, you can only take one JDAM. GPU 12, GPU 31. Ooh, 54s. I like the 54s. They're good in the Harrier, so I'm going to take them. That's a decent mix. Now, I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of things here. I know I'm forgetting a lot of things here.
Rearming complete.
Don't need that. That's on. I don't want the anti-collisions yet, but okay, close the canopy. And then, see they're switched on, so start the left engine. looks to be starting up. Our generators are on. Pitch SAS, US SAS. Oh, did they all turn off? Did I turn them off instead of on? Don't know how to turn down the volume in that, so I'm just going to turn it off. APU load has just dropped, which means I can turn that off. And then, what button was it? That one. Start the right engine. Oh, chocks. 8 wheel chocks. Remove.
Remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
So we've got 2 of those CBUs, we've got laser JDAMs, we've got 2 different types of Mavericks. And oh, okay. So that is a empty rack, so let's do that one. And so that is a CCD. Let's change that one to CCD. Oh no, what's the difference? LAU, idiot. Okay, let's have a look. See what this one is. So sorry, that was an H. So 88 with an H, what does that do?
Request rearming.
We'll have to change it, but let's see what it does.
Copy.
Now that's the 2 engines started. These screens still aren't on, so I've missed something. And let's see, the APU can turn off. What have I missed?
Rearming complete.
I've missed something. Should really go back and watch the videos again. No, not jettison. This isn't turned on either, so I've missed something fairly fundamental. Gonna have to go back to the training mission. That's all fuel, that's on, okay. These are on. That's okay. That's on. Don't need to touch any of that. IFF should be on. So radio, that's the antennas. No idea. That's a radio. Radios. Oh, that looks like it's supposed to be on. Oh, do we need these on? Ah, okay. So we've got to test. Got a targeting pod. What is the difference between gun pack and gun arm? Here we go. We're looking better now. Oh yes, so I have to look at what is the difference in these two. They look the same. Ah, that one is on a triple rack. Gotcha, don't want that. No, I'll just take a single. Just take a single. Need to practice at landing. And I've got the ECM. You obviously can't take anything that's center pylon. No, that'll do. Okay, so center, observe cap lights on. Yep, that's okay, I'll turn them on.
Rearming complete.
Did this work?
Pull up, pull up.
Okay.
Altitude, altitude.
Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, home. Okay. No failures found. Awesome. Enter. And then we turn that on. And then we come over here and we do a load all. And this side we do a targeting pod. Seat not armed, that's okay. Nav. EAC. Probably be in standby for now. Okay, so that loaded. TADS. TGP. We want to go air to ground. I want to go to steer point 1 and set this as sensor of interest, and then point it there. And then I'll stick that back in standby for now. Don't know what that screen's telling me. Okay. Seat not armed, nav. INS is ready. Congratulations. No nav data. So Mavericks. Nav data. No idea what I'm looking at now. So there's something I'm supposed to do from here. No nav data. DSMS.
We have taken another base. Keep pushing. You can now spawn there.
AC. What is the AC? Where do you go back a page? And that's ready. I'm gonna have to go back to the training videos. Because I've missed something. And let's see what happens without nav data. Our next problem, I have no idea where I am. So come out of here, on the taxiway, turn left. Can't turn around. It's not the correct button. So flaps are okay. Now data went away. So it's just EAC. I don't know what that means. It's not that. Did the gear go down? It didn't. Flaps rather. Okay, speed is alive. Nose wheel steering off. (120) rotate. Gear up. Flaps up. Get some speed up. Now I have no velocity vector, so something's still not quite right.
Another base is ours. Friendly forces moving in. You can now spawn there. Excellent work, everyone. The mission was completed in time. And now, get ready for the next mission. Please join us on Discord using the link in the briefing, or search for you in the browser for more servers. Restart in 1 minute.
Oh, restart in 1 minute. Well, tell you what, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and do that startup mission again. The music suddenly got really loud in my ears. Okay, so exit that. Let's do this startup training mission again. Because there's obviously something I missed. And then we can go back. Maybe by now grey flag will be on to daytime. Okay.
Good morning. In this mission, we will practice the startup procedure for the A10C. There's a lot to cover,
Please.
so feel free to take a break by pressing the pause key at any point. It will be important for you to follow my instructions to the letter. Do not jump ahead and start mashing buttons and throwing switches. I will guide you toward the desired controls with highlights and by referring to the front dash and left and right consoles. You can pan around the cockpit using your view control commands to locate the switches. If you find it hard to hear my instructions over the background noise, turn down the world and in-cockpit sound sliders to about 50% in the options menu. As described in the flight manual, a pre-flight check is normally performed prior to startup to ensure the aircraft is configured properly. However, for the purposes of this lesson, we'll begin the startup sequence with the aircraft's initial configuration set as it would be at the start of all missions. The startup procedure will consist of initiating electrical power, starting the APU, followed by the left and right engines, and finally powering up and preparing all essential avionics. Press the spacebar key when you are ready to begin.
Go for it.
First, set the battery switch on the electrical panel on the right side console to power.
Check.
This will provide power to the DC buses and the APU. Follow the highlight at the bottom right corner of the screen to locate the switch. Good. Now set the inverter switch on the same panel to standby. This will allow AC power to be supplied to numerous aircraft instruments. It will also provide power to the engine igniters. With electrical power now running, we can take a moment to test the caution and warning systems to make sure that we will receive warnings in case something goes wrong during startup. To do this, press and hold the lamp test button on the auxiliary lighting panel on the left console. Take a look around the cockpit while you hold down the button to make sure that all of the caution lights are functional and you can hear an audible warning tone. Everything looks good. Now let's test the fuel indicator to make sure it's functional and accurate. The fuel indicator is located on the right side of the front dash. When tested, the two needles should point to 3,000 pounds, and the digital totalizer readout should be around 6,000 pounds. On the oxygen regulator panel, set the supply switch to on, and check for oxygen flow to be indicated in the flow window. Press
Check.
the Oxy-In Test Oxygen Indicator Test button to test the oxygen remaining indicator. Watch the Oxy Low Caution Light on the Caution Lights panel to turn on when the indication falls below 0.5 liters.
Yep.
Set the UHF radio function down to main to power the UHF radio. We are now ready to begin the engine start sequence, but let's first close the canopy to minimize the noise. Click and hold the canopy control switch to lower the canopy, or press left control plus C on the keyboard. Starting the engines will take several minutes and require a few steps. First, we need to provide power to the boost pumps of the left and right wing tanks and left and right fuselage tanks. You will find the 4 switches on the fuel system control panel toward the top of the left console.
Yep.
Set all 4 switches to the up position. Before starting the engines, we need to start the auxiliary power unit, APU, which will generate bleed air used to start the main engines. As you start the APU, be ready to monitor the APU exhaust gas temperature, EGT, and RPM gauges on the engine monitoring instruments EMI panel located on the bottom right of the front dash. Go ahead and set the APU start switch to start. Now let's return to the electrical panel and set the APU generator switch to the power position. This will allow the APU generator to power the aircraft and relieve the battery drain. However, the battery needs to remain on as a backup electrical source. While on the electrical panel and in preparation of the engine start sequence, let's also set the left and right AC generators up to power. Once the engines are started, they will begin to turn the AC generators and take over from the APU to provide electrical power. Okay, time to crank up the left engine. This is a very simple process initiated simply by moving the left throttle from off to idle or pressing the right alt plus home keys. This will automatically start fuel flow, use bleed air from the APU to turn the fans, and then ignite the fuel in the combustion chamber.
Yep, got all this. Oh, got a bit of hydraulic pressure.
As the engine spools up, scan the engine monitoring instruments panel to watch the engine interstage turbine temperature, ITT, engine core speed, fan speed, and fuel flow gauges. Watch for the core fan RPM to stabilize around 60% when idling on the ground. You will also notice the left hydraulic system's pressure begin to build. This will normalize between 2,800 and 3,350 psi. Once the left engine is running normal and stable, press the spacebar key to proceed.
Where do I see the hydraulic pressure? Temperature, RPM. Is that it? It's oil pressure. Fuel flow. Ah, hydraulic pressure. Okay, whatever. Oh, I went ahead.
We'll now repeat the process for the right engine. Once again, the engine is started by moving the throttle from off to idle, or in this case, pressing the right control plus home keys.
Yes.
As with the left engine, monitor the instrumentation as the right engine spools up. Also watch the right hydraulic system pressure to normalize. Once you have both engines running normally at idle power, you can do a flight controls check to test the responsiveness of the controls to stick and rudder input. Test the speed brakes and flaps. Press the spacebar key to proceed once everything checks out. With both engines now running and powering the left and right AC generators, we can turn off the APU generator on the electrical panel and then the APU itself on the throttle panel. Okay, now we'll power up the Control Display Unit, CDU, and the embedded GPS INS IGI systems. This will begin the automated built-in test, BIT, and alignment processes for the navigation system, which you can monitor on the CDU display on the right console. Uncase the Standby Attitude Indicator, SAI, on the front dash. To do this, turn the SAI cage knob to the left by rolling your mouse wheel down over the knob. Once uncaged, roll the wheel back to set the SAI aircraft indicator level on the horizon. Turn on the multifunction color displays, MFCDs.
Left.
Click twice on the power switch for each display. While we are waiting for the CDU bit and IGI alignment to complete, we can continue the startup sequence. Turn on the Central Interface Control Unit, CICU, on the Armament HUD Control Panel, AHCP, on the front dash. This will provide essential user interface controls to numerous aircraft systems, including the left and right multifunction color displays, MFCDs. The MFCDs are now on. In a few moments, they will display the Data Transfer System DTS page, which we will use to upload navigation and weapon configuration data saved on the data cartridge from the mission planner. Now, set the Integrated Flight and Fire Control Computer IFFCC switch to the test position. Right-click once. The IFFCC provides weapon release calculations, attitude control, and HUD indication. In test mode, the system will run a series of automated bits, which you can monitor on the HUD. Press the ENT enter button on the upfront controller UFC to initiate the IFFCC bit. This will take approximately 1 minute. While waiting for the IFFCC to undergo the bit and the IGI system to finish aligning, let's set up our flight control systems. Set the left and right yaw and pitch SAS channels on the SAS panel on the left console to on. Now press the TO trim button to set the flight controls for takeoff trim. Let's upload data from the data cartridge. Select Load All on the
I missed that, so did.
Option Select button 10.
Altitude, altitude.
The DTS will take about 15 seconds to transfer the data from the cartridge to the jet. During this time, all the asterisks accompanying each data type on the left side of the displays will disappear. When all the asterisks reappear, the data has been transferred successfully. Once the data is loaded, set the right MFCD to display CDU data by pressing OSB 13. This way you don't have to take your head down to check CDU indication. The IFFCC bit is now complete. As you can see on the HUD, the exit function is currently pointed to by the HUD cursor. Press the Enter key on the UFC to exit this HUD menu. The IFCC is now displaying the ground bit menu on the HUD, where you can run a number of other bits if necessary. To exit out of this menu, press the Select Rocker key on the UFC down repeatedly until the HUD cursor points to exit again. Then press Enter to exit this menu. The IFFCC is now displaying the main menu on the HUD, where you can set up various indication and weapon release parameters. Let's take the IFFCC out of test mode and set it to on. Right-click the IFFCC switch one more time. Let's set the left MFCD to the Tactical Awareness Display tag page.
See, why did this have a map and I didn't?
Now load up the flight plan. Left-click the steer point switch on the AAP panel to set it to flight plan. This will set the flight route to appear on the TAD display.
Oh, no. What am I doing? Left click.
With our flight and navigation systems ready, we can prepare some of the combat systems for the mission. Set the countermeasure signal processor mode switch on the CMSP panel to standby. For a combat sortie, you may want to review or create some countermeasures programs, but that is for another lesson. Now set the 4 system select switches to on, middle position. Next, set the Joint Tactical Radio System JTRS switch on the AHCP to on. This will provide power to the Situational Awareness data link saddle. With the IGI aligned, let's select CDU nav mode by pressing OSB 9 on the right MFCD.
Did that. I didn't get nav data.
Select the EGN as the primary navigation system on the Navigation Mode Select panel. Next, arm the Enhanced Attitude Control EAC switch on the Low Altitude Safety and Targeting Enhancement LACD panel on the left console. Note this switch is hidden under the throttle, so you may have to shift your view position to see it, but it is still clickable with the mouse. Turn on the radar altimeter. At this point, we are ready to taxi to the runway. Set the anti-skid switch to on. Now turn on the nose wheel steering by pressing the pinky button on the control stick or insert on the keyboard. Click on the yellow handle to arm the ejection seat. Taxiing out to the runway requires tower permission, so we will end our startup lesson here. Tomorrow you're going up. See you then.
Right, okay. I don't think I really missed much. Let's go back to the multiplayer and see what we look like. Syria is 5 o'clock in the morning. I prefer Syria so day, but it is going to be dark. But by the time I get everything switched on and fly to the target, it should be starting to get light. Now, where have I got to? Let's try this Charlotte. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to come from to long flight. H3, where's H3? David. this side? Where's on this side? That one's not so bad. Actually, on this side, pretty good. Yep, that's the sun just starting to rise. I think that's a bug. That's okay. It will let me do this. Add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10. Select row. Oh, my SRS is switched off. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That's why that didn't work. Probably. Yeah, that's... gonna make life interesting. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to start this thing then. So battery on. They're on, that's on. Oh, they're all on. So how to turn the brightness of the how do you turn the brightness of the HUD down?
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Okay, anyway, let's make it nice and green. Console. White instruments, I want bright. Okay, let's get the engine started then. Right, that's finished. Load everything then. Okay. There's a lack of lightage over here. I'm missing a light switch somewhere. So temperatures. That's outside lighting. That's the floodlights. It's not the floodlights I want. So they didn't work. Birder. There we go. Right, let's upload everything again. That is not the loadout that I had before. I'd put in the better ACM and H and that'll do then.
Request rearming. Copy.
That's those four on. CDU. Warm start. Nav. TADS. No nav data.
Rearming complete.
Left and right gen are still. Guys didn't switch on. Left engine start. No, I can turn that off. Turn that one off. That's better. Right, let's load everything again. So what if I forgot that the AC doesn't work? this one's master code. EAC, what have I missed on EAC? No nav data. Attack on this LS. Steer point 1. This isn't going well. They're all on. There's something I forgot to click.
Copy. HMS installed.
See, nav data isn't right. Don't understand what I missed. Zero one. Still don't know what these guys do. Ah, there we go. Why'd that work now? No idea. So let's just do right. Yep, just do right. Fix my seat, fix my head tracking. Taxi lights. Did we get rid of the chocks? No, we didn't. Wheel chocks 5.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Stick one stage of flaps down. Don't see any lights, so I'm going for it. Oh, big glitch. Speed's alive. 70 knots, no sort of steering off. One 120 rotate. Come on, get a bit of lift. Gear coming up. Flaps up. There's 180 knots, pitch up. That needs to be in there then. Okay, targeting pod on. Lasers on. Master arm gun. Actually, let's turn the gun off. Okay, here we go. So, from waypoint 1, we will make the targeting pod so I target it around it there. And zoom in. And now how does it turn on the helmet thing?
Hog 1-2, radio check. Hog 1-2, radio check.
5 for 5.
5 of 5, thank you.
Aha, there we go. So I might have passed waypoint 1. I have. Oh, also, I need to pull back the power a bit.
Warning, autopilot.
town center-ish. Then I press, crap, and then I do that, then I do that. Okay. Now which side's my pod on? Typically the other side.
Warning, autopilot.
Right, let's do 180, and then I need to turn the other way. So helicopter's having a bad day down there.
Warning, autopilot.
Um,
Warning, autopilot.
I think that was, I pulled back the speed rather than a missile lock, wasn't it? Hold on. Typical. Didn't actually put in a waypoint for that.
Warning, autopilot. So, just triangle. Warning, autopilot.
Why was the autopilot taking me diving?
Warning, autopilot.
Gotta find a button for this. So it's in around here. On.
Warning, autopilot.
What's that? It's just a van.
Warning, autopilot.
I think it's around there. car.
Warning, autopilot.
Didn't get that. You know what I haven't actually figured out yet is where's the fuel gauge? Ooh, that one that's empty. Okay. Let's go try and land
Warning,
that
autopilot.
shirt.
Warning,
146.
autopilot. Warning, autopilot. Warning, autopilot. Warning, autopilot. Altitude, altitude.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Copy.
That's Bravo. Well, that's good. Okay, so if I do a update Bravo, so more than a few, and I'll, where's that? There. So going for waypoint 9 or Talabash, which is 6. So let's go for 9. Circling nothingness. So we'll go straight to waypoint 9. Still refueling.
Refueling complete.
So internal seems to be the best bet. AC is off again. Switch that on. Okay, everything's green, I think.
Rearming complete.
So this takes me right down to the end of the runway. So you press that button to get your takeoff trim. Speed's alive. 70 knots, nose wheel steering off. $100. 120, rotate slowly. Come on, come on. Pulse free to climb, gear goes up. Laps go up. Nose over a tiny bit to get some speed up. Now, targeting pod back on again. And make it sensor of interest and turn to our waypoint, which is way around that way.
Warning, autopilot.
So flaps are up. Lights are off. Or coffee.
Warning, autopilot. Hey ho! Good evening, how are you? I managed to get it airborne just about. It's not pretty, but it's airborne. I've lost my map again. Oh, there we go. I can sort of do a start, fumble my way through a start. I've fired a couple of weapons now. I landed refueled. So yeah, all good. There's an awful lot of hat switches. Yeah, check the kneeboard. I can't because the key binding for the kneeboard does this right screen, which is all a bit odd. Right shift key. Aha. There is an awful lot of hat switches. Aye.
Warning, autopilot.
So we are on waypoint 9. We make targeting pod sensor interest. We slew it round. We don't slew it round. Oh, because I'm an idiot and I've started in the air, so it should be in here somewhere. White hot. If you like AP in the hurry you'll be delighted to know can carry. Yes, I have got a few on here to try out. I just have a small assortment of weapons to try out in no particular order or meaning. Bad things happened. Ooh, I'm getting fired up. Okay, mental note, don't go up here. It's fine. Although just like the Harrier, I can find nothing. The targeting pod. No, just an ordinary truck. Yeah, I do love those laser-guided rockets. And if I could ever find something to shoot at, I might use one. Yes, definitely the right time. Aha! I see dudes. I think they're maybe gonna have to just have a wee bomb on their head. Oh, no, I don't remember how to do this. So I do a release point. I turn in. And turn master arm on and guns just in case. Might be too close even. Definitely dropped. I can't see those guys. Oh, they are. Oh no, I've missed. Oh, I appear to have destroyed half a city. Okay. Does this thing have nuclear weapons? New splash damage? I think I agree there wasn't enough splash damage before, but that seems slightly overkill. But it looks like I got them. Why can I not zoom in and out anymore? Using the wrong buttons, that's why. Okay, I need to find out what's shooting at me. It's been in for a few months. I haven't noticed that. I suppose I usually fly the helicopters. They're maybe just not quite as potent. It still has a few where I was targeting before.
Warning, autopilot.
Yes, the autopilot button is getting used a lot, and I just haven't bound it yet. Yeah, that looked like didn't work. Can't remember how to get the targeting pod around here. I've lost sight of it. I'm flying right over the top of them. So I've seen you can make the head tracking sensor of interest. Might be DMS long. Uh-oh.
Radio check 267.
Ooh, now this is different. I've got a...
Radio check 267.
Oh, now that did something. Okay, so short gets you the little screen. Long seems to turn off. Left long seems to turn off the head tracking completely. There's a lot of lefts and rights and long lefts and long rights and ups and downs, and it's very confusing. Turn too far away now. Hi there, Shadow Voidlaw. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for popping in. Manipulate as well, thanks for help. There's so many switches here, and I don't think I've all of them mapped yet either, which probably isn't helping. But yeah, that's cool. You can get the little screen. If you do TMS right short, you can set a marker. Okay. Just on the right console. That different? Oh, and now I've got lots of marks all around the place. Okay. So let's see, back to what I was doing. But here. So I want to not mark the point. Okay, so I'm in here. Now I'm circling on the wrong side. Do we figure of it? Marks can be handled multiple target things. Then you can. Okay, I'll have to have a bit of a practice with mark points. At the minute, I'm just trying to find something to actually bomb. What's that then? It's a dude. I'm gonna drop a bomb on his head. I was playing a little DCS to oh, the F22 mod. What's the F22 mod like? I suppose it's Erdare. Not that interested in Erdare. But there are some great mods for DCS. Do you need the Flaming Cliffs modules to buy the F22? There's one of them I downloaded before that you needed the Flaming Cliffs F15, I think it was. Oh, I appear to have made a mess of the city again. Now, there can't be too many people left there now. Gotta bind that button. You need a... Yeah, I don't have flaming cliffs, unfortunately. Let's view. So we need to go to here, which is 0.6. 6.
Warning, autopilot.
How do you unmark? How do I unmark? So I want to go to number 6 and then would have helped if I hadn't put all these mark points in midair. I also have the H60. I like the H60 and the Skyhawk. Never got on with the Skyhawk. I don't know what it is about the Skyhawk. I just never enjoyed it. The H60 is probably what got me into helicopters. If you're ever... Cool, I'm in grey flag at the minute actually, although it's getting late and my back's getting really sore, so I won't be on for much longer. But I most definitely will need some help at some stage. Yeah, putting those waypoints 6,000 feet in the air didn't help. Not actually the forest.
Autopilot.
It's the town beside the forest. I should have been looking in. Only thing is I'm still down with the A10 as a CDU. Yeah, there's bound to be able to do like flight planning, like you can with X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Sim or something like that. Now, okay, Cool, that left a mark there. That's not good.
Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
Not gonna have any chaff left soon. I don't think I stand a chance against the MiG-23.
Pull up, pull up.
Especially since I haven't spotted him yet. Lesson 1, don't die. I may fail at lesson 1. I also don't want to chase him further into enemy territory. I guess the sun I've locked onto. Still don't see anyone. I see him. Oh, he's just got shot down. Thank you, whoever that was. He's dead. Cool. Okay. Didn't feel lesson 1. Back to feeling at the original lesson. What was I gonna do? I was going to... I'd find a truck over here. I'll try gunning it. What I don't remember how to do is set the sight. Is that it? Need a bit of altitude to see it. Is that it? As long as you switch to guns mode, the gun sight will show. I think I'm in guns mode. If you set the HUD to soy and do right, set the HUD to soy is that button, and do DMS left short. Oh yes. Oh, nearly flown past him. This is not the right guns mode.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Foresight, no, that wasn't the right one then. What's the one that gives you the wheel that spins down? Oh, it's that one. Okay.
Altitude, altitude.
I think I got him anyway. You only want foresight if the doesn't work, which oh yes, it can't generate the firing solution on hills. Cool. Yeah, it's the same as the Hind and Harrier and things. So let's see, what have we got? Oh, he's well dead. Okay. Now what I'll do is
Warning, autopilot.
gotta map that button. Still a few in there. Okay, keep looking.
Warning, autopilot.
Yeah, stupid computers in the 80s. Don't know what else shit is. Would it be fair for this being 19? What does it say up there? 1980? 1980, yeah. It's like ZX Spectrum type time. It's pretty impressive, I suppose. You might have a slightly easier time if you get some more altitude. That's true, I have dropped down quite a bit. So what's this guy? Don't know. There's bound to be a way of going and using the autopilot to go into a nice steady turner, is there not? Or are you just supposed to trim it out? What's that? No, just an ordinary truck. Set it to Alt, hold, of course. Okay. Come on, to a bit of a bank. There we go. Okay. Oh, too much of a bank for the... Here's another 2 MiG-29s coming in. Brave, but don't know what else I'm doing, so... it did chew through a lot of my chaff there. So that's the same truck again. That guy killed. Herein lies the problem I always have, is trying to find what I'm going to shoot at. It tends to pop out your flares and chaff. Yep, it does.
Warning, autopilot.
I don't have countermeasures bound yet, is the main issue. Let's try a CCD. Maybe even 3 MiG-29s coming in. Jester's always pleased, isn't he? Does he eject quite as much in the F4? Seems to like ejecting in the Tomcat. Let's try Blackhawk. No, I generally don't like Blackhawk. He's well and truly dead. Not had him injecting there for yet. I don't have the Tomcat myself, but from what I've watched on YouTube, you would know if he's going to eject. He does it very quickly. Oh, see, there we go.
Warning, autopilot. Pull up, pull up.
Nope, pull down, pull down.
Pull up.
Nope, can't. Dead. You know, the textures of... I've been having texturing issues with the hip lately. It's fixed. That is going to do me tonight anyway. It's very late. He's got a lot of Mavericks. And again, Mavericks are great if you can find something to actually shoot at. So overall, I am just trialing the A10 at the minute, but I've played it for a fair few hours today, quite enjoying it. Not very good at it yet, but there's a lot of hat switches to learn. But I may purchase it in the sale. And do a bit more learning. Not many people on tonight. Could really do with some helicopters because all these are empty. Do you know how to use the update feature on Grey Flag? Yes. Yes, all these are empty, so it's only this one that actually has anyone in it. Oh, and because I'm dead, it probably won't come up now. But yes, it really needs a few helicopters to come in here and drop some troops in. So there's all these were clear, these two, and all of these now except for this one. And the gun emplacements that were here, I think, ran out of ammunition shooting at me. So if you're about and wanting to jump on, now's the time to grab a helicopter and go and drop some troops in. Get the GPU 39 SDB. What is the SDB? Are they the slimline? The slim ones that you can hold like 4 in a rack? Yeah, small diameter bow. Yeah, we play Vulcan BMS, and you can get those in the F-16, which is nice. Where'd that helicopter go? Oh, he must have died. What? Apache must have got murdered. Yep, there's a lot of weapons that it would be nice to have. And again, having is it the Stingers that the Apache has? The Japanese version of the Apache, they have Stingers in the wingtips, anti-aircraft missiles. Yep, too many modules, not enough time. I am trying not to buy too many, so that I'm at least semi-competent in most of them. There's a missile, what's that? That's a long range one, wherever that's going. Be one of those MiG-29s. Don't see anything. I assume it's dead at this point. Oh, here's something. Wow, good shot. Wherever that came from. This guy. That's pretty cool. Surprised they can target those guys over the mountains. A lot of miles, but only know how to work. Most of them. Oh, you managed to get the F-15E. Sad. But at least you managed to get one plate for one. Got away. You were just trying too hard, broke off a bit of wing. But yeah, you can say what you want about it. Eagle Dynamics isn't that class, the things they can do with a flight sim these days. Yeah, long range strike mission. The problem, again, I was talking about this last night, the problem I have with the Hercules C-130 is the maps are just not that big. Whenever you're talking about long range missions and things, there's just none of the maps are really that big in the greater scheme of things. Whenever you can fly the Hercules for like, what, 8 hours or something without refueling. Across the Atlantic in them. I think the F-15's the same. Stick a couple of fuel tanks on them and they can cross the Atlantic. Yeah, it's still only 500 or 600 miles, which, yeah, the F-15 can do easily. You wouldn't even need to refuel. I find Persian Gulf just to be a bit too long for me. World map coming soon, yeah. The problem with world map is that it just dilutes where people are playing. There's too many maps as it is. I think that's the problem with there's so many servers. with nobody in them. Back whenever there was only a couple of maps, they were all crowded because there only was a handful of servers and only a handful of maps. Yep, Persian Gulf is just desert because they haven't modelled most of Iran. There we go, somebody's coming in to do the needful. Drop some troops in. 2 Apaches now with nothing to do. Right, that is going to do me tonight. It's getting very late. It's nearly 2 o'clock here. Thanks everyone for stopping in. Thanks for the raid, Shadow Voidclaw. And yeah, thanks for the help. Mini Pilly. Hope I pronounced that right. Yeah, modules are cheaper. It's a good sale at the minute though, I have to say. There's a lot of modules half price that haven't been half price in a long time. F15, F16, F18. I think are half price and haven't been half price in a long time. So, yeah, if you are going to get something now, it's probably a good time to do it. I think I might end up buying that A10. Yeah, I've been quite enjoying it today. But yeah, still a lot to learn. Right, I'm going to leave it there. This guy's going to end up taxiing around before he takes off. So, I think I'll just leave it there. And hopefully I'll catch everyone another night. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.